We're into the final countdown. With the last 17 games of the season, we're going to go through every single one of them. If you watched the Winter Wonderland episode yesterday, you will understand why. It's because I've got uni finals. So let's play the first two games. It's going to be a bit of a quick grind, but it's gonna work out. You'll see. So for our first game, we are playing Olympia Gritschats, who are currently sitting 14th in the league. Last time we played them, we drew with them, which was slightly disappointing because they are one of the newly promoted sides and they are not having the best of seasons. You can see they have got 16 points so far to our 38. They're 4 points adrift to Wisla Krakow. It looks like the three that are at the bottom are the three that are going to go down. Especially Piast, they're done. We're also playing Trubbery next, so that's going to help quite nicely. Let's look at the team selection, see what we've got. This is the game I hated playing last time as well because the kits clashed, so hopefully it will sort itself out. But anyway, the team today is Kiel Sherpan in goal, Felipe Cruz, Igor Gomes, Ivan Puerto, and Makoviak plays as the left back because Piaszek is currently suspended. Finson is the holding midfielder behind Longstaff Jankovic. Ian Abakare is playing because Izzy Brown, slowly catching monkey with the whole getting him into the team. And then Wright and Sterling are ahead of him with Nunez, Oliveira, Liss, Deschal, Guay, Salah, Davis, Brown and Gonzalez on the bench. So not many of the new signings making an appearance today, but we'll get them in. We'll get them in there. You'll see them over the next few games. A bunch of players who are lacking match fitness because despite the fact I've played 1,000 friendlies over the winter window, just nothing. They're not getting enough game time apparently. It'll be fine. It'll all work out as long as we stick to our game plan, which as always is to win on this lovely snowy pitch. Anyone in their team we recognise to go with the picture is Musialik. Yeah, Musialik. That'll do. Polish striker. Our scouts say he'd be the 12th best striker in our squad, and he's amongst a bunch of attacking midfielders. So that's pretty special. Their star player is this guy Ricky van Haren, for Dutch former under 21 international. He's been around a bit, hasn't he? What's that? Slovan Bratislava, which of course is Slovakia, Dordrecht, Sanlurfaspor. I've never heard of them. Dinamo Bucharest. He's travelled. He has travelled. He's been with them a while, but yeah, he's probably not the massive threat we think he would be either. No, it's a 34. None of these players should get into our team, which means unless they treat this like a cup final, we should be able to get a result here. Hand it over to the assistant because we haven't got time to be doing no team talks. They are going to do the annoying thing where I can't tell the players apart because they're wearing green and we're wearing green. We're the team with the green shorts. If it makes it any easier for you, because it won't make it easier for me. Makoviak has the ball. Finson. What can he do with it? Back to Jankovic, back to Finson. Finson going to build from deep because he's probably trying to work out who his teammates are and who aren't. Inabakare with the ball out wide to Makoviak. Makoviak can hopefully get across in here. We don't see much of him, so we'll hopefully see something here. Oh, almost sets up Akira right for an early goal. That would have done the job quite nicely. But so far, no gains. Makoviak there with another throw in. It's fine to Sterling. Ball into Jankovic. Fine Sterling again. Sterling can get a ball across. Got it across to Jankovic. Jankowic's going to have a pop. Alexandre Jankovic, the Swiss international, gets himself a goal. And that's not a bad finish. Not a bad finish at all. And that should see us through nicely in the opening stages. Good throw from Makoviak to Sterling. Makoviak passes it into Jankovic. Good little 1-2. Jankovic sees an opening and just goes for it across the keeper into the bottom corner of the net. And that's a pretty strong finish. And a pretty good start for us. And yeah, things looking okay. The one concern I have with bringing Izzy Brown is it might hurt Valdemar Liss with his development. I don't know whether to send him out on loan or see if next time I get a massive offer for him I can sell him. I don't know. One of them is probably going to spend some time playing as a striker. I'm not sure which one, but one of them will probably do some time as a striker. That's almost certain until I figure out the problem. We're not defending terribly well at this point though. I say that, I assume we're going from right to left, so I'm just generally assuming anyone coming from the right is attempting to defend, because otherwise I'd be lost. Mass has got the ball in the wing, cross inside, let's get that ball out. We have done. and has only gone as far as Van Haren. So Ina Bakari needs to try some defending, which is not his strong suit. And the ball is moving around. I genuinely have very little idea what's going on in front of me right now. So we're gonna pretend I do. Okay, Kamara's picked up the ball. He doesn't play for us. Van Haren now has it, ball over the top to Malaku, I guess that was Maloku. That'll do. They've got themselves a corner. Felipe Cruz making the block. I'm relying entirely on the commentary at the bottom to really know what's going on. Van Haren with the corner, ball over the top, and that's going to be a penalty, probably. No? Oh, it's a goal kick. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. That's going to be fine. Let's do a get creative shot because I'd like to see more goals from us. I don't feel entirely comfortable just being 1-0 up. It just feels like the kind of thing we could crumble. I think that was what happened in the first game against them, actually, is we just kind of crumbled in that first game. Felipe Cruz with the ball now to Igor Gomes. Igor Gomes has got to find someone to distribute it to. Finds Jankovic, the goal scorer. Finson to Ina Bakare. And now Makovic is there on the wing. Sterling with just the worst shot I think I've seen in a while. It's nice seeing Makovic, his brother, by the way, who's probably also got exactly the same name. Marcin Makovic, same guy. Oh, okay. His family was slightly more creative. Are they twins or something? They're probably not even related. It's probably like the Smith of Poland, and I just don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be fine. Ina Bakare is not having the game of his life right now, which is slightly concerning. He may have to make way if his performances don't improve, because I think I'd rather see Izzy Brown trying to impress me than Ina Bakare going through the motions. So we'll see what happens. Let's do a team talk. Challenge to go out and prove a point. That sounds like a good plan. Go prove a point. We're playing one of the worst teams in the league, and we're only 1-0 up, boys. Come on, let's prove an actual point. That's Manny Longstaff with the ball. That's good. Felipe Cruz. We're going the other way now. That's a thing. Ina Bakare to Finson. Finson to Sterling. Back to Finson. Back to Sterling. Little 1-2s. Finson back again. And now Makovic will pick up the ball on the overlap. Can he get a cross in before that goes out of play? No, he's just going to give it away. He's picked it back up again, gets the cross in. Akiri right with the header. He's done well with it, considering he kind of had to double back on himself to get there. He was expecting the cross earlier than it came, and he's done okay with it. I do think, actually, Ina Bakare might be about to leave the pitch, because I'm not seeing performance from him at all. Like, nothing at all. I don't consider 6.5s to be acceptable. Although he's just improved, now Akiri Wright is going to start messing around. I once we were said Mark Way on, but I know Bruno Oliveira can play as a right wing back or as a right back, so I'm going to keep my faith in Oliveira. We don't see much of him, but we're going to see him today. Ina Bakare and Wright have finally decided to join the party. That's good. Maybe one of them will get a goal. Just keep it on the fitness levels of players. If we have to eke out a 1-0, we will do. But Van Haren now with a free kick, which is going to change things entirely. Kamara with the header, he saved it. Can't get to it a second time, and I'm afraid that is now time for me to start making changes up top, because that is not okay. Unless maybe no, screw it. We're going to make the change. We're going to take the risk and make the change. Izzy Brown is going to come on. I'm going to send on a guy up top. Dershell, Davis or List, that's the big question. Which one has the most pace to offer? That's going to be what decides it, I think. We've got a 15 on pace there. Dershell is offering me 12. Davis, what are you offering me? Screw it, let's send on the Polish Messi. Polish Messi to the rescue. I'm pretty sure I've said Polish Messi to the rescue and he didn't perform, so that's going to be an interesting choice I've just made. But who knows, maybe he'll be the guy that finds a goal. He's 5'1", but he's lightning quick, so we'll see if that's going to be what makes the difference here. He's done well. Keeper should have held it the first time, if I'm perfectly honest, but that should be fine. Let's do a get creative. We need to get a goal here. More direct passing, sure, that can't hurt, can it? Let's also go attacking, because I don't want to draw with them again. It's just embarrassing. Have I got more shouts available to me? Let's do a show some passion as soon as I do, because unacceptable. We are effectively losing. That's unacceptable. They're fired up. Don't know if it will yield anything. I think this is going to go to a 1-all draw, which is very disappointing. It has put us back up into second, but only on goal difference. But it's also dropped us back to 11 points behind the leaders, which is not where we want to be. It's not okay with that. Not okay with that at all. That was poor. I only got 2 days before the game against Slask Wroclaw, which means I'm probably going to make a few changes to the team. But in the meantime, I'm going to make a cut. So, come back. So, we're back for match number 2, and I've made a couple of changes. I always feel like if we don't win today, the title hopes are probably over, because we are, as I said, 11 points adrift now, with effectively 16 games to play. I don't know if we can overcome that with the form Leisure on. They're just smashing everyone in front of them at this point. They've only lost once all season. I think we might have to settle for second, which will put us into the Euro Cup 2. We are the favourites today, which means they didn't see the game we played last time. We've played them a few more times. We played I forgot we played already last time, group chats, and we've got the better of them more or less. So hopefully we can get a more positive result today. Like I said, a couple of changes for today. Piaszczek comes in at left back because he's now back from suspension. I've also put Devine and Williams on the bench, and Bargel has come into the bench as well, because John Davis has gone out on loan to the MLS. I forget where he went. He literally only just went, and my brain just said no. He's gone to Portland in the MLS, back to his native US, which is probably not the worst move for him. I mean, he was gonna get the odd game here and there for us. You can see, like, he's played in 4 games for us, mostly off the bench. But I think maybe a move to the MLS where it's a slightly stronger league than ours, so he'll be playing against slightly better players. But also, I don't know when their season starts. I think it starts in February, isn't it? Yeah, end of February. So the season will start in about 3 weeks' time. But I think he'll actually get some game time there. They sort of said he was going to be a rotation option for them. If you put their squad into positions, you can see he is the only pure striker in the squad. So you'd think he would get a lot of game time for them. So hopefully that'll work out nicely. But let's submit that team. Let's go into the game, and let's see what we can do. And we'll keep an eye on John Davis, because we want him to develop well, we want him to perform well. And like I said, I think being a lead striker for an MLS team is probably really good for his development right now. In terms of their team, there's no one there that jumps out as being a player that I sold to them. I don't think I've sold anyone to them, actually, which is probably quite good for us, because that would be a good player on their team. Let's just kick off. Let's see what happens. I've got faith. I've got faith that we can. I can at least see which team is which in this episode, which is going to help immensely. This game will help when we be able to see the players from which side, see which side players are on, and eventually I will English. I'm going to record. I said the other day in yesterday's episode, I'm going to record like 4 or 5 episodes back to back. The English standards are going to get worse. Just fair warning. Fair warning. Let's do a get creative, because we're nearly 20 minutes in. Nothing's happening. It's starting to snow though, which is good. That will change things a little bit. That was an appalling whatever that was. How they scored a goal from that. They should just let that go. It's the worst cross-come shot in history. No one was ever going to get near it. And we've just let them get a goal. And this was pathetic. Like, absolutely pathetic. Felipe Cruz has got to put his head in there, but none of those players were going to get to that ball before it went out for the goal kick. I don't know why we didn't just let it go. Bad decision making. That was bad decision making, and I've done a get creative. They're inspired by it, but probably not what I needed to do. Felipe Cruz with a throw-in. We need to start him redeeming himself for that. Ina Bakare back to Cruz. Forward to Akira right on the wing, where we don't really want him. We want him in the box. Get in the box. Felipe Cruz with a cross. Sterling was never going to get there, but that's looking like we've got ourselves a penalty. We're going to go to the little telly of doom. Let's see what happens. This snow isn't settling, at least, yet. We've dropped down to 3rd because we're losing, which is not happening. Getting shots on goal, but they're from too far out to be a threat. Well, hopefully that will change with the impending penalty, which we assume is going to be a penalty. Fingers crossed, guys. The penalty is given. Absolutely perfect. Akira Wright is going to take it. And hopefully bury it, because we need that to be, we need to start getting some momentum back in this game. I can't have 2 draws. Oh, what's that? So I can't have 2 draws against bad teams. We might even lose to them. If we've won a corner, which is just the worst piece of defending ever, because they had all the time in the world to do something better than that with that. Felipe Cruz takes the corner. Can we get a head on the end of it? We can't. Igor Gomez is going to pick it up and needlessly pass it back to Cruz, who could have just put the effort in and got there himself. This isn't good. This is not good at all. We're going to have to do a showing some passion. Passion, please, boys. We'll close him down if he's pulling strings. Faux show. Kieran Wright is not recovering mentally well from that miss. More passion, please. More passion. We're going to get back into this game. That's not okay. We're going to switch to an attacking mentality because we should be able to take the game from them a little bit. Kieran Wright's performance is just dropping horrendously. It looks like they're trying to push up. We're trying to push up. Everyone's trying to push up. If they get a second goal here, we could be in real trouble. Not just for this game, but for the rest of the season too, because this is the kind of thing that will just kill morale. A slide down the table won't help either. Jankovic has got the ball now. Big ball forward. Akira Wright is on the end of it. Hopefully he wasn't offside. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He's hit the post again. He was offside anyway. His confidence is going to be shot at this point. Absolutely shot. Let's do a general shout. Let's give Akira Wright a kind of you were unlucky. We'll say we've got faith in him because we generally do. He just needs that kind of kick up the arse to get himself back into a position where he'll score goals again. I mean, if I have to take him off, I've got the option of Deschelles to come on. It's not the end of the world. But you don't want to have to take off your best striker for no good reason either. It's never ideal. Jankovic, ball in there from Piaszczek. It's not really gone anywhere. Felipe Cruz has picked up, finds Finson to Longstaff. Longstaff back to Finson. Finson will find it back to Longstaff. We've probably got to do more with it because they're defending very, very deep. Finson back to Inabakare. Wright's, he could have just turned and hit it, but he didn't. Felipe Cruz is going to walk through because no one's tackling him. Longstaff, edge of the box. Bit of a pinball. Another go. Oh, the ball. Oh, how many times have we hit the woodwork in this game so far? I could probably find out, but I'm not that desperate to know. Looks like we've got ourselves another throw-in. We have to start making some changes very soon if we don't see a goal, because it's not okay. Right with the ball in. Ina Bakare's through. Ina Bakare scores. I was going to hit the post. I didn't want to celebrate that until that hit the net. Oh, that's pretty special. That's pretty special in terms of just getting us back into the game. And Wright and Ina Bakare combining also will help things a little bit with their performance numbers. Breathe. Things will be fine. I don't know why I was panicking. This should be okay. Felipe Cruz is going to have to come off though because he is booked and not playing well. We'll send Nico Williams on in his place. Hasn't improved Wright's rating so far, but we'll keep an eye out. We'll see what changes. Something may well change. Finson's picked up the ball. Ina Bakare has got plenty of time. Back to Puerto. We've kind of gone back to our normal game now a little bit. Slow build from the back, which I like to see. Piaszczek into Ina Bakare, forward to Jankovic, over to Piaszczek. Hopefully he can beat his man and get a cross in. He's not going to, so he's found Jankovic again, giving himself an option. Ina Bakare to Finson. Finson with the ball forward to Piaszczek, who's had space open up for him, which is very nice to see, but he's done absolutely bugger all with that. There we go. Piaszczek's finally put a ball across. There was no one there for it, but he at least had the tenacity to kind of keep going. Felipe Cruz is genuinely moving up the speed of Continental Drift today. He doesn't look interested at all. Longstaff to Ina Bakare. Ina Bakare with a big ball out to Piaszczek. Hopefully we'll get a better cross out of him this time. He's just gone for it over the bar, but man's playing with some confidence at the very least. What other options have I got in the box? We've got Jankovic looking like he's tiring out, which is not going to help matters at all. Who's the best replacement there? Apparently Izzy Brown is the best replacement there. I'm not against it. He'd probably play as a Mazzala. Yeah, more or less. Akira Wright is going to have to come off within the next 5 minutes if I don't start seeing him do something. I mean, he needs to score, really, to get his confidence back. That'll be what does it for him. Izzy Brown's picked up the ball. Didn't give it away. I thought he had done. Finson, ball out wide to was aimed for Nico Williams, who wasn't really paying attention. But Puerto will pick it up. Ball down the line, maybe to Piaszczek. Nope, straight back to Sherpen. Why would we not? I suppose it means we get to stretch them out a little bit, which is good because they are defending literally on the edge of their own box. Gomez finds Nico Williams, who's got the pace to get himself down the line if he can just use it. He seems to be a bit scared of running in the snow. Finson, ball to Ina Bakare, straight through the back of him. Come on. I say that's got to be a straight red. He's gone right through the back of him. Absolutely horrendous stuff. You don't like seeing that at Sunday League level. You certainly don't want to see it at this level. And Wright has a pop, doesn't really do anything. I think we're going to do a get creative here. Why not? Corner coming across now. Who's going to take it? Matty Longstaff is on it, which should be fine. Ball in. Someone get it in. Oh, Igor Gomez can't do anything with it. Oh, Kieran Wright's going to have to come off. He's going to have to come off. He's not recovering from that earlier error. Vaclav Dershal is going to come in, and hopefully he'll be the guy who can finally get us a goal. If nothing else, he should be at least slightly more up for the game because he hasn't missed a penalty yet. Although they've now got the ball. Ratachak hits the ball back to their goalkeeper. I'd like to see some pressure on their keeper. That will be ideal. I might even turn up the levels of attacking in a second because against 10 men, you'd think maybe just throw everything at them and see what happens. Piaszczek though has the ball. Can he get a ball over the top and forward? That would be nice. He's found a ball to Longstaff, which is okay. Maybe he could have tried for Nico Williams, but he's kept hold of it himself and had a really awful shot. Really awful shot. It's just not helped himself out at all there. I'm just going to pause that very quickly actually because I just want to see. Is Ina Bakare better in that role than, or in the Mazzala role than Izzy Brown? It's about the same. It's about the same. I haven't got any more subs I can make, which is very annoying. I think we are going to go up to this very attacking and just see if we can get ourselves another goal. Because it could be the only way we actually get ourselves a win here. We don't seem to be doing a great deal. We've got a throw in. Piaszczek is going to be the one taking it to Izzy Brown. Back to Piaszczek. Piaszczek, if we can get a crossing from deep here, will be good, but he's just played it short to Finson. Finson back to Brown. We need more, guys. We need more than this. Matty Longstaff there. He's got options with Nico Williams out right wide. Nico Williams gets himself a goal. It was scrappy, a little bit scrappy. It was just the keeper not being able to hold it, but Nico Williams has put us ahead. He's not known for his goal scoring, but he scored a goal, and that's what's important today. And we've moved back up to second, which is even more important because we want to be chasing that top spot heading into at least the Europa Cup 2. Because I think that puts us into the qualifying rounds later than the other 3 or 4 teams that qualify, which would be good. I think that puts us in like the 3rd qualifying round. He was just onside as well, just onside. Very lucky that their keeper isn't very good, but that should do it. I'm going to move us back down to balanced, I think, after this run of play, because yes, we might score a goal. We've got a good goal difference already, but I'd rather not concede again. Williams, is he going to have another pop on goal? He is. I know he's crossing it to Sterling. Off the post again. How many more times have we get denied from the post this season? Williams, he's picked it up again. Another cross in. Not really found his man. Piaszczek's there. So he's usually not afraid to have a pop from range, but he's not going to do it here. Flicks it over the top. Doesn't find anyone. His crossing's been poor this game. We're going to get hit on the break. Luckily, nothing more comes of it. We switch back to that balanced style of play, which hopefully should see us being a little bit more defensively solid, and we'll see this game out with a 2-1 win, which could have been better, could have been worse. Let's have a quick look at the table. We're still 11 points behind. We're still ahead of Krakow on goal difference, which means Krakow have picked up a win today, presumably. It's Piast. They're playing Piast. Piast should be easy points for you. Watch us play Piast now, and I'll get smashed by them. I think we're one of the teams they've drawn against. I'm pretty sure we're one of the teams they drew against. It's bottom of the table size, we just don't seem interested when we show up. Izzy Brown has lost confidence because we told him they were poor. We're going to calmly tell him that. We'll cautiously tell him that we're not pleased. He seems down and pressure. Oh, well, get over it. Get over it, kid. Okay, Right, I'm gonna cut there, I think, because that feels like a good place to stop. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It really, really helps. Especially while I'm, off studying. It will be nice to see those likes coming in and subs, because only 20% of my viewers subscribe, which is just devastating. I don't know why you do that to yourself. Socials are below. Have a chat with me. I say have a chat with me. I'm probably studying and will miss it. But if I see it, I'll chat. Um, yeah, otherwise, guys, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Have a good one.